Water treatment for tanning is something that we have to really be aware of for a smooth sail through the tanning process of an Arowana Super Red. So yes, there is a standard water parameters we should have in terms of pH and TDS. But I also know that different areas will have different parameters. By the way, I'm Abet Verches of Animal Pet Shop. Today, let's go on the first part of a 3-part journey in grooming your RDC Super Red Arowana. Animal is an exclusive collaboration with RDC Arowana from Indonesia. This is the exclusive in the Philippines. I carefully make this content in collaboration with Ronald RDC, Mike Red, and Hans of Tres Aquatic to share with you guys how our friends in Indonesia prepare their competition fish. Number 1, parameter fact. When we think of water treatment, it's hard, it's expensive, but in reality, we could keep them healthy enough. The Arowanas are actually very incredible creatures that could adapt to their living environment. First, in water treatment is knowing you have a stable pH level and TDS level on your water source. It's right that Arowana is usually best to keep at around 6.5 to 7.5 pH level and less than 150 ppm TDS level. But what I found out in the study case of Ronald and Mike of Mike Red Collection is you need to have a stable water parameter. Stable means it only swings very little. That's why I recommend having a water test ready on your grooming place. For example, in Mike's old place, if you watch his previous videos in YouTube, that facility has a pH level of I think around 8.5 with 130 plus ppm TDS level. Can the fish become more improved in color with a higher pH? The answer is yes, as long as the water parameter is consistent and stable. Number 2, water change. Water change once in 3 days for keeping an Arowana is already very good for daily keeping. But this time, we want to groom for competition, right? Groom to see the fish to its potential. This was very good discussion with Ronald and everybody what hobbies frequently ask for. Why do we need to change the water daily when preparing for competition? How much do we need to change the water and what is the use? Okay, daily water change is recommended for grooming for competition. There is a slight difference of use from small Arowanas to bigger Arowanas. But the main point is to keep them in consistent fresh condition. For small fishes, the use of water change daily is to make sure their digestion system goes smoothly. So they could have the same crazy appetite to eat again tomorrow. If the fish has a good digestion system, it will strengthen their mentality and aggressiveness. For general size Arowanas or all Arowanas, especially in tanning process. Yes, basically it's the same as the small fishes, but what we found out by experience is when tanning, daily water change helps release the stress of the fish. It makes also the fish less jumpy and has a better mentality because there are interaction with foreign objects like hose, siphon, and your hands. It helps regenerate their slime coat. Arowana and all other fish out there have a slime coat that protects them from the parasite, infection, and other diseases. Daily water change help speed up the process from years and years of our friends learning in Indonesia. Slime coat is the barrier that helps lubricate the scales when tanning so the coloration will stay shining and smooth. Don't let your fish dry out of the slime coat. How many percent? Daily water change is recommended with a minimum of 30%. If you want to increase to 40%, do 1 week of 30%, then 35% for a week, and hit 40% in the 3rd week. I want to note also, if you want to do daily water change, make sure that your water source is ready to use every day, or provide like a reservoir. And mostly of some of the hobbies here in the Philippines also use like a pre-filter before going straight to the aquarium. Number 3, water temperature when tanning. Temperature is very important aspect in the tanning process. When your water is moderately cool, the fish slime could retain better. It could retain their thickness. So this is proven when tanning. In our friend's facility in Indonesia, they will use cooling fans or air condition. So it depends on the location and the situation. So when you ask me what is the recommended temperature for tanning, so I should say it's between 25 to 27 degrees Celsius. So most of us hobbyists always ask, how do we get this temperature easily? After a lot of sharing with the team, there is like a cheat code for this. The cheat code is 1 tanning light equivalent to 1 cooling fan. Or if you put 2 tanning lamp, it means you need to add another fan to cool down the water temperature. For me, based on my experience, making a closure for the cover should be like a net or screen just to make sure the water and the temperature or the air can goes out and in easily. So if you don't have any enclosed fish room, you can use an exhaust fan or a cooling fan to lessen or to minimal the temperature. But some hobbyists is already using air condition when they have like a fish room. So it's better to have a controlled temperature. So they use air condition. A room with air condition, you have to try and find good temperature where the water is cool enough and the environment is not too cold. This is the kind of knowledge I gained by experience and daily practice to tan in a limited environment and achieve the same coloration in a room with coolers. That is the first part of this 3-part grooming your arowanas for competition. Lastly, I want to add some tips for your daily routine. Number 1, stop the tanning when you do water change. It helps releases stress and give the fish time to rest. Number 2, doing water change, better to do it slowly. Don't do it too fast. So let your fish know the new water is coming in. Number 3, scrub the glass of your tanks 10 minutes before water change. It makes your tank looks amazing, but more than that, if you're not sure with your water source, better use anti-chlorine conditioner like Prime, Aquasafe, or any other water conditioner that helps you to minimize the chlorine. Your choice of filtration is up to you. What you think is the best combination for your tank. So questions are the things that make this hobby feel alive and happy. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the second part, and we will discuss about the tanning process. I'm Abet Verches, and see you on my next video.